Hello, my name is Robyn for The Natural Mind and Body, and I decided to film during sunset right now. It's really special here in the island during sunset, and it's a perfect time to kind of just do some kind of active form of meditation where, you're just staring into the beauty of the ocean. And look how gorgeous the clouds are today. They are speaking of magic and miracles and love. And yeah, so it's a very special time. And it's also starting to become a bit so that wind helps to kind of just make you want to breathe deeper. And speaking of breathing, I'm here to actually talk a little bit about breathing. And during this entire time of the pandemic, since the peak probably of the COVID-19, most of us have been feeling like there's this restriction happening from our throat, from our lungs, and then this heaviness in our heart that we are feeling. And this heaviness isn't literal. It's not like you feel like a certain heaviness upon your chest, but it's more spiritual, it's more emotional, psychological. And of course, there's a lot of different repercussions to feeling this heaviness in the heart. And again, in medical Qigong, anything that begins with the heart and the lungs can often lead to depression, it can lead to grief, and it builds on towards chronic stress. And this is something that is really happening more and more. Also scientifically proven that your mind is able to transform. You are an alchemist. When we say alchemist, you can transmute, you can transform negative into positive, you can transform sickness and back to health. So how do we actually attain this, and how can we transform the energy of fear into an energy of trust and faith, peace, health, happiness, joy, and love? And of course, we might think we need to do so much. We have to invest so much, not just material, but also emotional and physical. And that is true to some extent, because along with being healthy comes a very important word, and that is discipline. So discipline is also part of growth. It is part of commitment. And in order to transform life, to transform bad to good, to transform even. So the first step to transformation and to be an alchemy of change and growth is, again, simple: breathing. We go back to the breath. If you are able to communicate to your body and take in a big dose of conscious breathing, that already transforms everything, the chemistry of your body. So if you're very stressed, general level, we are all able to breathe. So the breath is everything. Breathing is activating energy. And if you are able to observe yourself and you're able to train your mind, you'll be able to train your body to heal itself just through the natural way of conscious, intentional breathing. So I'm very excited because tomorrow I will be having my very first master class on breathwork. And in this class, we're going to be discussing, and I'll be demonstrating over 5 types of breathing techniques, and they are probably considered to be, in my personal experience, the best practices in Hatha Yoga, in Ayurveda, which I also have a certification in, and medical Qigong. So I'm taking the best of these practices, putting it into a masterclass, and it's called Breathing to Freedom. And I invite you to come and join if you are in the island. It's for 2 hours. There's going to be movement medicine. Of course, I'm a big advocate also of movement. In moving the body, we also move emotional trauma. We move old wounds that we think we've healed from, but you realize it's still there. And we're going to really express our breath, meaning we're going to breathe. We're going to breathe strong, we're going to breathe slow, and we're going to breathe very deep. And we're going to let all of the emotions rise up. This is also a very small group. I'm limiting it to about 10 people. I have about, I think right now, maybe half who are interested. So if there's any more of you in the island who want to learn how to breathe with intention, breathe with a purpose, breathe as an alchemy of change, please come and join me. I would love to have you guys on board, and let's learn, go back to the basics of self-healing practices through the breath. Thank you, and see you tomorrow.